The funeral of the former Supreme Court Judge, Justice Vincent Cyril Richard Arthur Charles Crabbe, widely known as V.C.R.A.C. Crabbe, was solemn and heartfelt. The main auditorium of the Accra International Conference Centre was filled to capacity as hundreds of mourners joined the family to pay their final respects to the departed statesman. V.C.R.A.C. Crabbe was born on October 29, 1923 at Asher Town in Accra, and he passed away on the 7th of September 2018 after a short illness. In attendance at his funeral today was the President, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, and the Speaker of Parliament, Mike Eronokwe. Other dignitaries include former President Jerry John Rawlings and ex-President John Agyekum Kufuor, as well as some parliamentarians and government officials, both past and present. In eulogizing him, his family and friends described him as a great disciplinarian.
He helped to avert a constitutional crisis and conflict between the then Prime Minister Milton Obote and President Kabaka Mutesa II, without which Uganda would have been plunged into civil strife soon after independence. In 1966, he came back to Ghana to render service as Special Commissioner to the 1969 Constitutional Commission and also as a High Court judge. He was Special Commissioner to that Constitutional Commission, which was chaired by the then Chief Justice, Mr. Edward Akufo-Addo, father of Ghana's current president. He was actually appointed Ghana's first electoral commissioner. Thus, he set up the Electoral Commission, staffing and organizing the 1969 elections.
My brother became a vegan while I still enjoyed all my meats. We would eat our favorite komike kenan together, me eating all the kenan, and Charlie sticking to the kenke and the red hot pepper and his vegetables. How he loved his kenke. Charlie was a disciplinarian with a big and warm heart. He took such good care of himself and was always so sprightly.
He was a quiet person and very modest. If you go to his house, you will see how modestly he lived, and he was humble. Anytime we call him, he showed up. In fact, I heard that one time he called the school when we were having an activity and asked whether he could come. I mean, this is somebody we always love to invite him, and sometimes we didn't want to bother him, but he just called in and said that he asked whether he could come. That was how humble he was.
Everybody recognized that he was a public servant par excellence. I mean, if you thought about public service and the way it has to be done, this is what he did. You know, he was a disciplined man. He cared about the public good, the collective good for Ghana. And because of that, he worked tirelessly. Even at the ripe age of 95, he was still working. Very, very strong.
I think he's one person that I would say his conscience served him. His conscience was his God. I was sitting down quietly. I didn't come too early. Sitting down quietly, and I was listening to the things that were being said. That is the truth about him.
His remains were sent to the Osu Cemetery, where he was buried. The late retired V.C.R.A.C. Crabbe, before his demise, was a professor of law at Mount Crest University College in Accra. He was also a former professor of law at the University of West Indies. He was instrumental in the drafting of the Constitution of Ghana, Kenya, and the Gambia. May his soul rest in peace. Reporting from the Accra International Conference Centre, I am Nashika Caesar.